Hamilton gets the rebound for the Pistons.
Well, if they can keep Parker on the outside, they'll force him to make the long jump shot. The key is try to keep him out of the paint.
Ben Wallace underneath.
Nice.
And is able to stuff it despite Mohammed being right there.
Well, too easy. San Antonio beating them off the dribble at will.
And San Antonio with an 8-point lead. Wallace now makes it a 6-point lead and wanted the foul as well as he barks.
You cut them off, they kick the ball out, and the threes have been there.
Big Ben, the defensive player of the year. And that will count, and he gets fouled.
Put the pressure on him as we came down the line in the last 6 minutes of the game. Tonight, he's on fire.
Wallace. Stuttering start to the game. But here we go, and it's knocked away by Ben Wallace. And Wallace with a jam, and a foul is called. You talk about a perfect start for a ball club.
Talking to Popovich today, his #1 concern, turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over here tonight. You must limit them because the turnover will get them out on the break. The layup will get the building going, and then momentum.
And then you have a 42% lifetime free throw shooter making the free throws.
We know that Tim Duncan can't knock Ben Wallace down.
No.
If Ben Wallace is a draw outside the building. But here, a little bit of a flop, but a little bit of a blow in the chest.
Rashid misses the layup, but Wallace is there, and Ben Wallace is off to a great start.
Nice move.
Phillips to Wallace. Ben Wallace.
They ran a decoy double screen to the right of the lane, which opened up Duncan, mainly because Detroit was rotating to help out. Oh,
Barry nearly stole it, but it winds up in the hands of Tayshaun Prince to tie the game. Phillips lays it off for Rasheed Wallace. Ben with a rebound.
Great hustle by Ben Wallace. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hamilton to Ben Wallace.
Oh, you can see that coming. What a great look and a terrific pass. Now, this is a great pass. How's that for eye contact? Beautiful pass and terrific finish. Rip Hamilton to Ben Wallace. And remember, Wallace set that play up.
Ben Wallace up top.
They're trying to post Phillips on the right side of the lane.
McDyess on a turnaround. And Ben Wallace with a follow, and the foul is called on the Spurs.
We want to cut down, limit our turnovers. We cannot give them momentum out in the open floor. 18-2 on fast break points for Detroit.
Ben Wallace after that free thrust with the dunk.
Lindsey Hunter has been a pest out there. He's been all over.
Another steal.
Nice.
We got Wallace to Wallace,
Pretty.
Hunter to Wallace. Bingo.
Now this is pretty. This is unselfish play. Watch the trailer in the middle of your picture right there. Reward the big guys when they run, especially a big guy who has been leading you in intimidation.
That finished first and second in the league in defense. Fewest points allowed and second fewest points allowed. Phillips to Ben Wallace. 3 minutes into the game. Duncan guarded by Ben Wallace. Wallace, the defensive player of the year, and he knocks it away again. And then he gets it back from Phillips. And Detroit has the lead.
When you're Greg Popovich, this is your concern.
When Detroit inbound.
Now Detroit knows anytime that Phillips takes Parker in the post, it will force a double team because Phillips can just muscle him and take him strong to the rim.
Ben Wallace shoots and scores.
Hey! Okay, Ben.
Arroyo milking the clock. Here's Wallace.
Whoa! I told you.
Well, that's kind of a perfect way for Detroit to end this half when Ben hits from 15 feet. Detroit has led since early in the first quarter. And Ben Wallace, and now it's just showtime for Detroit.
You've got to get out on top of him. You know that when you get the dribble drive, it's going to open up the three-point kickouts.
Ben Wallace, who's had a real good series on both ends of the court, puts one in here to make it 3-2. There's Prince. Oh, and right there is Ben Wallace.
But Ginobili's backing it up. He's tied with Duncan as the leading rebounder with 8 in this game.
The fourth foul brings McDyess into the game for Billups, and that one drops through.
What a great tackle. Now, amazingly, we have seen Robert Ory shoot 2 air balls tonight.
And then it is Ben Wallace underneath, goes to the other side of the basket to make it a 6-point game.
3-on-1 situation. All he had to do was give it up and get it back. The defender would have had to commit.
Ben Wallace, an MVP candidate in this series. Billups, who had a 34-point game in Game 5. Prince has come alive in the last couple of games of the series after a very slow start. Wallace works on Mohammed, and Wallace has given them far more offense in the finals than anyone could have dreamed.
Well, Ben Wallace is shooting 56%.
Early substitution as Brent Barry comes into the game, and they give Parker an early rest. So Popovich, less than 4 minutes into the game, goes to the bench, and there goes Ben Wallace all the way in for the lay-in. And everybody is leaving it on the floor tonight. I know that's a cliche, but there's no other way to put it. Wallace, Ben Wallace.
Al, you're absolutely right. 3-point make.
4 out of 5 for the Spurs tonight. 1 out of 7 are the Pistons from three-point land. And Ben Wallace gets free inside to tie it at 33. Ticking down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, he wants to back down Parker here.
And then he lays it off underneath, and Big Ben is getting free for those jams. Duncan off the glass.
What a great play by Ben Wallace. But knocked that right to his man.
And what a nice pass by him as well on the other end, and Popovich calls a timeout. Prince on the other end for the bucket.